here. Good to see you. You're sacrificing your time to be here this morning, and we appreciate that. Um, and just want to say there's some people on here this morning that we want to extend our prayers to. You got things going on with you and your family and your loved ones, and we want to let you know that we feel it and we're praying for you, and we walk with you today on that journey. So today, sacrifice. So in the chats, in the comments, and everything, please, please, please announce where you're tuning in from. We'd love to hear from you. So if you look at the definition of sacrifice, I think about my lovely parents and my knuckleheaded self when I was growing up and how much they sacrificed. I remember me and my mom sharing a car. And you know what the car was? It was a Firebird. How many of you remember the Firebird back in the day? Yeah. It was like the Bandit, And do you think she wanted to drive that Firebird? No. But you know what? She made sacrifices. And she was the coolest mom in the world because she'd pull up, get you in that Firebird. But I'll tell you this, I think about them a lot and I appreciate their sacrifices. So make sure if somebody in your life's made sacrifices, and I know they have for you, you let them know today or you send them a prayer. The act of giving up something that you want to keep, especially in order to get or to do something else to help someone. That's the definition of sacrifice. Sacrifice. Here's what I said. I sent this to Coach yesterday. Vince Lombardi said, and this is what I love about football. Everybody, we can talk about all kinds of sports, and sports are great because they really parallel with life. But football is like life. It requires perseverance, self-denial, hard work, sacrifice, dedication, and most of all, respect for authority. And Vince Lombardi said that years ago. And really, if you look at sacrifice, it is connected to channeling your energy into completing that task that gives you agony and sometimes even lack of enjoyment while you're doing it. How many of you have sacrificed to better yourself and it wasn't really fun? But success equals sacrifice. Truly does. You got to sacrifice to get where you want to go. We all know that. Most of the times we don't want to make, we don't want to miss something that will make us happy in the short term, right? How many times have we not sacrificed because our short-term self don't want to give it up to allow our long-term to fulfill something very powerful? And so I looked at 7 ways to know if your sacrifices you're going through right now are worth it. So I want you to think about these. We'll go through them real quick. I'll be done in 2 minutes. Number 1, what are you doing? What you're doing aligns with your values. We all have different core values, things we stand for. And it creates life satisfactions. If you're doing that right now and you're making sacrifices, it's worth it. Here's another one. You're living your own version of success. Kind of like values, we all have different areas that we deem as success. And here's the thing. One size does not fit all. Randy Milliron is running towards success, maybe in a different way than Brett Palmer is, and that's okay. But let me tell you, if he's running and he's feeling it and he's energized, then it's worth sacrificing. Whatever you're doing that you're sacrificing for to achieve that. Number 3, if you're not trading happiness today for hope of happiness tomorrow, you're not trading happiness today for hope of happiness tomorrow. So here's my point behind that. If there's nothing about an opportunity that excites me and fills my passion and purpose, if it's solely about creating some ideal life down the road or meeting my ego, then maybe it's not worth my time or energy. Like when you plant your feet on the floor today and you get excited about doing something that it's worth sacrificing for because it's hitting your present. Number 4, you could be satisfied with your choice, even if you didn't reach your ideal outcome. It's worth sacrificing for if that's the case. If you could look at time you're spending, time you're sacrificing, and even if you don't meet that pinnacle point, but you could look at yourself and say, it's okay, then it's worth sacrificing for. Number 5, you're still able to meet your needs despite your sacrifices. Listen, nothing's worth your physical, your mental, or your emotional well-being. I have to tell myself that all the time. Nothing's worth that. Number 6, you only or mostly question your sacrifices when you compare yourself to others. We talk about that all the time. Like, don't do that, right? It's not worth it. So keep your eyes on the road, keep your eyes where you're headed, and run the race you're running. And then last but not least, your current path is bringing meaning to your life. Like do I feel a sense of meaning? Am I proud of who I'm becoming at whatever age I'm in? Am I doing something that matters, not just to me, but to the world, to people? If that's the case, then what you're doing right now is worth sacrificing for. All right, Coach, turn it to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Palmer. Great job. I'm going to do something a little differently today. I hope that some things can stick to you. I'm going to actually focus upon some quotes that I came across, because when I started writing out, I ended up in all my research talking about a whole lot of stuff and or thinking about a whole lot of stuff. And I just want to pinpoint some areas for you. But like Brent said, I think of all the sacrifices, and I know each of you do as well, that were given to me, that were, people that made sacrifices for me my entire life, and my parents. I never realized growing up that we didn't have a lot. I just assumed we had plenty. But as I got older, I realized my mom and dad really sacrificed. And it was, again, I was blown away. And I'm so thankful for that. And then, you also think about, I think I've shared this several times with everyone on sacrificing. We think about that, Jesus dying on the cross for us. What a sacrifice that was for someone to give up their child. I struggled with giving up a cat. I can't even imagine if I had a child. And those are some big sacrifices. So I'm going to just kind of say a few quotes, and I hope that they stick with you. I love Vince Lombardi on the quote that Brent shared, because he's one of my favorites as far as his foundation and beliefs. But listen to this. The important thing is this: to be ready at any moment to sacrifice what you are for, to sacrifice what you are for what you could become. Now think about that. And I hate to admit this, but that resonated with me because I've gotten older, and that's kind of just now stuck in my mind. Now, one half of knowing what you want is knowing what you must give up before you get it. Have you ever thought about it that way? I haven't. I look at what I want, and I have my goals right now, and I'm not thinking about, or I am now because of this. I don't think about when I'm getting my goals, but I don't think about the things I got to give up a whole lot. I'm just go, go, go. So I hope that kind of resonates with you as well. This one to me is huge. Don't sacrifice who you could be for who you are. That's pretty big. Don't sacrifice who you could be for who you are. Each and every one of us can be more. Yes, we have to make sacrifices. The next one, follow your passion. Be prepared to work hard and sacrifice. And above all, don't let anyone limit your dreams. That's happened to me. Of course, it's happened to you too. I have allowed other people to limit my dreams. And I finally realized that I've got people in my corner that are not doing that as I reach for more. I have that great support group and they sacrifice for me to do more. So I try to sacrifice to do more for them as well. So Christ was sacrificed once to take away the sins of many, and he will appear a second time, not to bear sin, but to bring salvation to those who are waiting for him. And to me, that's the ultimate sacrifice right there. But I just encourage you today to reflect back from the time you were born to where you are today, and all of the people that have sacrificed for you, for me, to be where we are today. But then at the same time, reach out to them, tell them how much they mean to you, and how much you appreciate them. But at the same time, where you're at today, look at your goals. Let's look at what we have to sacrifice to be better and to who we truly want to be. So let's just continue to be solid in every aspect of our life. And as we face challenges, we need to understand that we have to sacrifice in order to be the person that we were built to be. Not who we want to be, but who we're built to be, our DNA. So that's all I got. Love everybody. And I just hope that something stuck with you today on these quotes, because I know they did to me. And thank you, Brent, for always bringing it to us, buddy.
Thanks, Coach, so much. That was super powerful, Coach. Love you guys. We are grateful for you. And thanks for sacrificing your time in the morning to come be with us on the Coach's Corner. We truly love each and every one of you. Have a great day. See you guys.
Love y'all. See y'all soon.
Yeah.
Many blessings.
Thanks,
Thank you
everyone.
so much.